Hi guys, 𝓬𝓪𝓻𝓭 𝓛𝓲𝓷𝓬𝓮. Thank you for joining me here for this reading. Well, the message I was receiving was like the universe saying, like, I'm just laughing here to myself, but it's like the universe is like, hello, is like anyone home? Have you seen that thing where someone's like, I don't know if you're gonna hear that because of the but it's like where someone's like, hello, is anyone home? And I feel like this is you stepping into just new realms of consciousness within yourself. And I'm seeing it as your higher self doing that to the human, where it's like, we have this thing for you. Like, I'm literally seeing the living room energy in the Kippers deck. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull a message from here actually. Anyway, it feels like everything's everywhere for you, to be honest. But the energy that's coming through is the family rune card, which talks a lot about the way that people see you or the way that the world sees you as well. And that's shifting just because of the way that you see yourself that has shifted. But that card specifically has imagery of, let me find it, something being served literally on a silver platter for you. And it's like, now it's there. What are you going to do with it, right? It's like, it's time to leave the concern behind. This is the card that I'm seeing right now with family room. And living rooms basically portray in the metaphysical realm the public factor. Okay, there's like, I'm seeing 10th house specifically for you. It really does relate to 10th house, which is literally a lot about your career, your legacy, just the way that people see you, right? Your status in the world as well. That could be changing. This is where someone goes from like unemployed to employed, employed to unemployed, employed to self-employed, right? Unemployed to self-employed, married to divorced to single, you know, that kind of energy that comes through. Whatever your status is, whatever it is, I feel like it's in a status recall, where it's like the universe is like, hey, like, we have this for you. Are you gonna, like, you know, like, you have to meet us halfway. That's what's coming through. And I feel like this is the oversoul or the higher self coming through, which is really just, it is you. You're not separate from this. It is literally within you. It's whether you're listening. Okay, I'm hearing like you're hearing this, but are you actually listening? Because listening is about applying your actions accordingly, right? So let's see. We'll see what this is about. Sure, why not? We have the Kipper deck here anyway. So we have community, definitely portraying. We have double Aquarius energy because this is like public relations. This could be 11th house energy with community. It could be something to do with things being online. Doesn't have to be, but it feels like there is a community where 11th house energy is basically where the cosmos grants you wishes through and luck through social occasions, networks, and just opportunities that rise to the surface as a result of you connecting. I'm seeing with these new networks. Okay, so this could be something to do with networks. I checked the time and it's 13:13 on the clock, which is literally about gaining clarity for the storm that has passed, and you're having crystal clear vision in regards to 11th house energy is like your future, right? And how you take steps on a daily basis that align you with that more luminescent existence and future for yourself. So that's also another energy that's coming through. So let's go ahead and see what as well comes through. We have community. Let's leave that there. This is where the universe literally wants to shower you with good luck and blessings. And I'm hearing, like, again, resonant experiences. Now, what's coming through with that as well is like, it's like, you know what it feels like? The shower's here, but are you standing like where I'm hearing like, are you standing where there's like no water right now? That's what it feels like. There's a spring oasis literally available to you, and it's in the subterranean depths of your own heart, right? Where your heart is literally gently guiding you towards your chosen destination, your desired destination. But it's like, you can't really, you know what it is? It's like, I'm feeling like this is a relationship between like the human and then the vessel. And like the human and then the timeless consciousness that you are that I'm speaking to. And it feels like you're experiencing certain things being incarnated into this vessel, right? As far as it goes in regards to, you know, I want to stay here because this is comforting. But then there's also like this hidden wellspring of knowledge, and there's literally a wellspring available to you, but it requires you to make a move of some kind, or to literally create a bridge or vulnerability to step into, you know, literally a new atmosphere, a new environment, right? And it's almost as if, or to like, for example, just say yes to things that you usually wouldn't, right? Or maybe say no to things that you usually wouldn't as well, and not betray yourself. And I'm hearing abandon the soul's path, which is super interesting. Anyway, it's like someone, how do I describe it? It's like there's a cloud, right? There's a cloud and it's raining in this one spot and it's beautiful. Like it's a cloud that's raining like this golden elixir, but then somebody is mad that the cloud's not coming their way, but then they haven't positioned themselves literally in a way that shows that they're receptive to the golden elixir. So that's how it feels like. It feels like you literally you're like moving in some aspect of your life, right? It's like it requires a level of fluidity on your end, right? Maybe even like flexibility, not sticking to like rigid notions or old ways of being. And that literally puts you in the position where you can enjoy this. But it's like the universe is like, hello, Hokuhana, that's what it feels like. And it reminds you of, I was doing something with a baby yesterday. I like met some cool people here, and one of these beautiful women, she has a child and her baby's like, I don't know, like 8-9 months old. Anyway, we're doing like peekaboo, right? I'm like peekaboo like that. And I was laughing so much because I understand like the psychology behind it, right? And it's that, children under a certain age, they don't really have an ability to like keep their focus for very long. That's basically the way to put it in like very simple terms. They cannot focus on things very long. So if there's something in front of them, right, let's say like the community card. Oh, there's another card here. It's reversed. Surprise for you, pathway, new path opens up, right? There's a new path that opens up. If you're not focusing on this, right, the more that you focus on this, the more you can be surprised by it. But there's something around this for you where it's like children, they lose interest very, very quickly. It's like they're already focused on the next thing because they literally see it as magic. If this is here and I put my hand over it and you can't see it, you don't think that it's here. And I'm hearing these are things like working on your behalf. And when you don't see it, it's easy to take that for granted in all the ways that the universe is aligning things for you, but you're not willing or haven't allowed yourself to actually take physical action, right? The masculine principle in this realm, for that to actually collapse into your reality. That's what's coming through. And even in the lag time, right? And the illusion between the distance of these events happening, it's like the way that this is still here for you, the way that this is still existing at energetic potential, the way that this golden elixir cloud, not everyone has the ability to see it, but you can see it in the meadow. You know that you just have to keep yourself in alignment with it. That's also what I'm seeing. It's like, test the environmental factors in your circumstance right now. Is the wind going to blow to you, right? Is the wind going to blow the cloud your way? Realistically, that's what I'm seeing, right? That's what it reminds me of. It's like, if you want a job, for example, it's like you can't just be sitting, hoping, praying, saying that you're manifesting, but then you're not applying to anywhere, right? It requires physical action. That's mastery over the physical realm. Is to focus on that vision that you've cultivated for yourself, the thing that you want, see yourself there, know that when you're applying, it has already happened, right? You're just witnessing that in a linear fashion of the unfoldment of it, but quantumly, it has already came to be. And I'm seeing like a realignment that happens for you that leads you towards the most conducive environment for yourself. And I'm seeing sometimes there's rejections or protections and redirections also in disguise. And that's what I'm seeing. Whatever it is, it's a certain well-line collision where you're going to find yourself at the same time and space, in the same space and time. But you have mastery over matter when you begin to master the way that you choose to apply your free will in this that dimensional construct in this realm. So you can't be mad if you don't, like the golden elixir doesn't come your way because you're not taking the action to move towards it. It's like you want this experience on earth. Okay, well, what action are you actually taking in the physical realm to support those intentions, right? That's what's coming through. It's like that's where there's an imbalance, especially just genetically and the historical, bloodline around imbalances with the feminine and also the masculine principle, right? Where it's like you're in a state of hoping, wishing, praying, right? And I'm seeing that is also another form of like procrastination when it comes to actually taking action, because the action can be the scary part. The action can be where the fear is, because then you're actually stepping into this period of the unknown. I'm seeing it as like a shadow, like a rite of passage, like a tunnel period that you go through to reach that light on the other side. That's what I'm seeing for you. It's literally like you see golden elixir raining in a spot, but it's on the other side of the tunnel. And you have to go through this rite of passage to literally unfold into new dimensions of yourself, new frequencies coming to the surface. But it requires you to realize that On the other side of that fear literally lies your freedom. On the other side of that fear lies this golden elixir for you. So yeah, that's like an energy that's coming through. I haven't worked with a Kippers for a hot minute, not for like collective reads, for personals, marriage, alchemical marriage, right? The divine masculine and divine feminine. And what does that lead to? That leads to creation in the third dimensional realm. So it feels like you're creating something new in this experience, in this existence. A lot of you, this could be a contract, especially that I said work. Some of you, this is definitely going to be in regards to work. Whatever it is, a status, right? It shifts your status in some way. That's just flown away. So whatever it is, it does feel like now is not the time to dally. There is like a window of opportunity that's being revealed to you. You don't know when the next beautiful golden elixir shower is going to come, right? You don't know when the next beautiful alignment or wall-line collision is going to present itself to you. So allow yourself to experience this. Allow yourself to get curious. That's what I feel like. Remain neutral and curious. Allow your intention for what it is that you want to be your anchor, and don't compromise. I'm seeing that vision that you have for yourself. Go and explore and see if something actually aligns with that or not, right? I'm seeing that as like a trial. Trials are coming up a lot lately. I'm not sure what's going on, but there's something around trials specifically where, before you make a long-term, like commitment to a decision, or let's even say like an app, right? Like you're purchasing an app and there's like a 3-day trial, there's like a 7-day trial, that kind of energy. It feels like you're test driving a new life. Even before you buy a pair of shoes, a lot of the times, right? If you're in store, you'll try them on and see if they're comfortable. How does that fit? Shoes in the metaphysical realm represent the spiritual path, right? Is that a path? Is that a timeline that feels like it's supportive and highly conducive for yourself? And I'm looking at my shoes right now as well. And they literally have, like the 𝓤𝓬𝓻𝓵 brand, it literally verbatim is the North Node sign. That's what it feels like. It's like, is that the destiny that you want to create for yourself? Because there's not just one destiny. It's not just this linear perception of time, this third dimensional way of thinking. But there are many destinies that you create for yourself. And fate begins to intervene when there is a destiny that acts as a catalyst for soul growth for you, but you're holding yourself back. Okay, it's like you've been keeping yourself in your comfort zone in some way. And just because it's your destiny doesn't mean it's comfortable. It's quite the opposite, right? When you talk about the South Node, there is a gift that you have that you're being called to bring forth. This is the gift of creation, I'm hearing, as you're a natural creator in this existence. And there's a huge energy in regards to coming out of that habitual comfort zone of some kind. That's really the energy that's coming through for you. That's what South Node energy is. It's a spiritual comfort zone, and you're here to experience contrast for rapid soul growth in this life. And that's like a huge energy that's coming through. So yeah, I see you trialing something, whatever it is, whether you're trialing a job, whether you're trialing a new country, whether you're trialing a new city, a new state, whether you're trialing a new home, whether it's trialing even like new friendships, right? New partnerships, new extensions of yourself, right? Playing in your own creation. That's the energy that's coming through. It feels like you're trying on something though. Trialing new clothes. This is a new identity of some kind too in the metaphysical construct or interpretation. That's what it feels like. Okay. Anyway, let's get one more. And the path holds a lot of longevity on it if you want it to. You have false person here, kind of coming up reverse too. 8th house energy is all to do with repressed and suppressed fears. Okay, so it talks about there are going to be uncomfortable sensations that you're going to feel arising within the emotional body. You're not here to become a robot or motionless, but you are here to bring yourself back into a neutral observation, because that allows you to regulate your emotions so that your emotions don't become something that clouds your judgment or distorts the soul's vision. Okay? And what happens in that neutrality is you actually begin to come into present awareness as you remember yourself as an eternal being. Okay? Not the emotions, which are literally designed to be a temporary feeling and sensation, to actually inform you. Okay? To inform you, to pass you information around okay, how do I feel about this thing, right? How am I kind of leaning into this thing? How does this thing kind of impact me? Are there fears that come to the surface? Okay, what am I here to address within myself, right? I'm hearing it tells you more about yourself than it does anything that's happening around you, okay? And how you can bring yourself back into harmony. I'm hearing harmonic resonance. Oh, I was going to say something around that. But yeah, not clouding your judgment or your discernment lens, okay? Because it begins to distort your vision, especially if you're... Anyway, that's a whole nother subject. That's a whole nother subject. But so that you don't project emotional desires and confuse that with the soul desire. Okay, do you understand? That's what's coming through here. Anyway, what else came through? But yeah, this is where we have imprisonment here at the base, right? So this is where you're freeing yourself from your fears, okay? And on the other side of facing your fear literally holds the key to your liberation, to being able to liberate yourself. Okay. Yes, that's what's coming through, guys, today. It feels like you're holding space for the emotional body. You're holding space for that discomfort. And you're disrupting your comfort zone. It feels like the universe is saying, hey, we're going to disrupt your comfort zone. Like, what are you going to do? Like, you know, what's now? What happens now, right? What's next? That's the energy that's coming through. All right, let me see what else comes through for you. What is this? Let's try and see. Yeah, let's get a Cosmo the Oracle message. That's going to definitely... If I confirm it for us. Oh my god, that's so much. Okay, let's see. I'm going to pull Cosmo's Oracle message for you. And let's see what the knock is. Parallel universes, literally. Parallel universes literally talks about the power of choice, which is what we were just speaking about. Parallel universes talks about, well, you exist in other universes, right? As in the multiverse, this is the garden of walking paths. You know, if you said yes to this thing, then you end up here. Now you have two choice points. Do you want to go here or do you want to go here, right? Let's say you go here and that's like a dead end. Okay, maybe this is like more closer to your comfort zone. It's more resonant with that experience where things change, but they're not really changing all that much. Compared to if you say, yeah, the more that you go outside of your comfort zone, you end up at this choice point. Now you have these other options right here. Where do you want to inhabit? Where do you want to experience, right? What do you want to allow yourself to experience? And this goes far beyond that. Even if it's not a dead end, you could say, for example, you may be here and then you're kind of met with a side quest. The side quest is literally a path where you obtain something within your inventory. Maybe you end up meeting a character here, right? And that's okay. You end up meeting a character and you're like, okay, yalla, let's go. Let's go here, right? And then you're like, okay, what do we want to do now? Maybe you're guided to go here, and then you're guided to go here, and then here, and then maybe you find yourself at a dead end, but you recover something. You recover some kind of wisdom. Maybe you meet an archetype. Maybe you recover like a technique, some kind of knowledge. Maybe there's a messenger there for you. This is the element of play that you're being guided to kind of see life through right now. There's something that you're learning. Maybe there's someone that you meet and that allows you to learn something about yourself here. Maybe there's someone that you meet and that comes with another opportunity. And then that opens up, you know, your ability to be courageous, to say yes to new things. And then you end up in a whole different kind of side of the universe with new physical laws where things begin to become... I'm hearing a mountain that you begin to summit because you have already seen yourself there, because you now have a different kind of level of not just belief, but you know that you can. To know that you can do something and that you can trust yourself. I know that at any point in time, you can choose to revert, right? You don't have to commit to the trial if you don't want to, right? But to allow yourself to explore, to have no other desire than to explore right now in this experience. Now you have energy here at the base. So energy basically talks about a burst, literally, of energy that you're going to be feeling in regards to this. There is honestly a level of neutrality in the unknown that is going to be your point of power. And I've been speaking about this quite a lot actually in the comments, where, you know, you can be excited, but really a level of excitement is still, it clouds your vision from your emotional body, right? The part of the brain that it activates. And that activates your autonomic nervous system. So you have the parasympathetic, which is linked to the vagus nerve and like higher dimensional ways of navigating this construct or tuning into higher levels of consciousness and anchoring that into, you know, this experience, which is very neutral, okay, compared to if you're activating the autonomic nervous system and you're tuning into the sympathetic nervous system response. Well, that's when you're on fight or flight mode. That's where the flesh begins leading the vessel, right? That's where you don't really begin to really see things clearly, and you may just take action and action and action, or you'll be paralyzed by fear and choose to not take any action at all. But it's about having a very conscious application of your free will, a very conscious decision making, and that leads you to new continuums. Anyway, I've got to go now, so I'm gonna leave you guys right there. I hope that this reading gave you everything you need to hear at this stage in your journey. I'm sending you guys so much love, so much. I'll speak to you very, very soon. Until next time, bye. Oh yeah, personal reading details are also down below if you guys want personal reads. And that will be it. Oh yeah, also spirit discount code as well down below as you guys are looking for some high quality AA grade manifestation drawing. Until next time, bye.